This week on TGC News, Ruger is hitting the sauce, New York State says they will not comply, and a YouTuber exposes his kids to guns. The Miss Clean Kit offers a one-stop shop for your gun cleaning needs on the go, housing a full-length cleaning rod system, bore brushes for 5.56, 7.62, and 9mm guns, a 5.56 chamber brush, patches, a dental pick, a nylon brush, and a small sample of your favorite CLP. These kits are at home in any range or bug out bag. Click the link in the description or check out mscleankits.com for more info. Welcome back, my name is Jon Patton, and before we get started, if you want to see me shoot a rare HK machine gun, hit the like button to let us know. Now, in an attempt to capitalize on the massive success of the 10/22 Takedown rifles, Ruger released a takedown version of their piston-driven SR5.56 rifle. The core concept is that the barrel/gas block assembly is easily removed from the mundane quad-railed upper receiver and tucks nicely into the included case, because apparently Ruger didn't get the memo that AR uppers are removable. The swap requires no tools, which is great because that's kind of the way everything's heading these days. I mean, just take a look at the incredible removable barrel system from the Beretta ARX 100. Anyway, the rifles come with a cool nylon carrying case, just like the 10/22 Takedowns, and they're set to retail at $2,049. Wait, what? Are they drunk? I mean, this thing looks cool, but there's nothing about it that makes it worth 2 G's. And in Teach Your Kids About Guns news, YouTuber SkinnyMedic released a video the other day that demonstrates the importance of teaching your kids about gun safety. Using a hidden camera, he recorded his kids' reactions to seeing his firearm left out in the open as a test to see what they would do. Now, before we go any further, I need to mention something first. He made sure that the firearm was unloaded many times and that this experiment would be as safe as possible. Got the internet safety Nazis out of your system? Okay, let's take a look at the clip. You can see the immediate reaction is just as it should be, acknowledge what it is, and that it shouldn't be touched. The kids are even tiptoeing around it because they know it shouldn't be touched without supervision. The kids also yelled to their parents to let them know it was sitting there.
Daddy, you left all your guns laying around.
Just like Eddie Eagle 2.0 says, stop, don't touch, run away, tell a grown-up, and damn the NRA for making that catchy tune. It's like Kids Bop for guns. Anyway, quick thanks to SkinnyMedic for letting us share that with you guys. I think it's extremely important for people to start teaching their kids about gun safety as soon as possible, and this is a prime example of the results from proper teaching. This week on #NotAReview, we're looking at the Verse 50 suppressor from Bowers Group. This thing is one of the only small 50 caliber suppressors on the market these days. I've yet to see anyone come out with any real competition for the AR big bore game besides Bowers. The internal diameter of the bore is actually .510, meaning it will allow you to shoot silly things like 510 Whisper or 50 Alaskan with no issue. My primary use for this can is on Project Broadsword, my 50 Beowulf build, and the yet to be named 500 S&W Magnum lever action. From the factory, the Verse 50 is rated to take projectiles traveling at up to 2,200 feet per second. However, if you send it back for upgrading with stainless baffles like I did, it gets uprated to projectile speeds of 2,650 feet per second, essentially allowing you to throw some serious hate through this thing. Now, these are certainly not the prettiest cans on the market. Visually, they're a yawn fest in comparison to most suppressors today, but the thing that makes them stand out to me is the VersaDAP system, which is Bowers' version of a complete thread adapter system. They offer it in just about every popular thread pitch out there, which is great because now I can put my 1.75 inch diameter 50 caliber can on something silly like a 300 Blackout or even a 22 if I really wanted to. I haven't done any specific sound level testing or seen any decibel ratings for these cans, but to my ears, although they're not quiet, they are hearing safe. So while it is a bit of a niche product, the Verse 50 from Bowers Group is pretty freaking cool. To learn more about this can and all the other products they offer, click the link in the description or go to subguns.org. Let's all give an internet high five to the residents of New York State because their quiet acts of civil disobedience are warming my heart. Although it took a lawsuit to get the information, New York State Police released data on the SAFE Act, or Secure Ammunition and Firearms Enforcement Act, recently, and it's nothing short of amazing. The SAFE Act, put into action by Supreme Douchebag Governor Andrew Cuomo, regulates things like the banning of magazines with capacities higher than 10 rounds, background checks for ammunition purchases, and last but certainly not least, the registration of assault weapons. While the SAFE Act in itself is an atrocity, the people of the Empire State have made their stance loud and clear. Of the estimated possible millions of firearms in New York, less than 45,000 have been registered, with Manhattan leading the charge for number of applications for registry. Now, I don't math so good, but the numbers are telling us that the people will not stand and be counted, and they certainly will not have their guns registered. Many are speculating about the purpose of a law that is virtually unenforceable. I mean, there have been countless stories of police in the state that have gone on record saying that they will not go around forcing people to register their guns. So, Governor Cuomo, you have quite the situation on your hands. Not only will your constituents not comply, but your police will not enforce the law. The unfortunate thing for the citizens of New York is that most of the population in the state resides on an island in the southeast corner, and that small area tends to dictate the laws for the entire state. Illinois faces the same problem with Chicago. The long and short of it is that the people have spoken, and they are loud and clear about their opinions on the SAFE Act. And now it's time for Friendly Fire, the segment where I answer your gun and gear questions right here on the show. This week we have one from Facebook user Richard Bishop Sr., and he asks, are semi-auto belt feds worth the money? That's a great question, Richard, and I think a lot of people are kind of wondering the same thing. I'm going to keep this one short. The answer is no, they're not. For what you get in massive capacity and huge belts of ammo, the cost of these rifles is just absurd these days. The FNH M249S is over $7,000, and the very few other options that are AR-15 uppers end up costing $3,000 to $5,000 as well. It's silly when you could dump that money into drum mags or training if you really want that volume of fire. Now, let's not forget, belt-fed weapons are straight up badass, and I would totally buy one if I had $7,000 laying around. But for practicality's sake, no, they're not worth the money. Now, my question to you guys is, what is your favorite belt-fed weapon? You can let me know in the comments section down below. And if you want me to answer your question right here on the show, you can post it on the Facebook page, or you can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtag #FriendlyFire. RE Factor Tactical's deployable SSE duffel bag lets you bring additional storage to any destination. Durable and lightweight, these bags collapse into a portable package for easy transport on your belt or other gear. To get 10% off your entire order, head over to refactortactical.com using the link in the description and hit the promo code TGC10. And guess what? That is the end of this week's TGC News. Guys, if you enjoyed the show, please hit that like button and share it with your friends. If you thought it sucked, let me know in the comments so we can talk about it. Also, if you want to see this show every single week, you need to get subscribed right now. And of course, as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon. Hey, you, did you get subscribed yet? You can do that right here. Just click on it. Subscribe. Right now. Subscribe. If you want to watch something else, check out last week's show or the one right before that. Right there. And if you're on mobile, hit the links in the description. Subscribe and then go to the description. Do it now.